Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is of course Vampyr. Picking up right where we left so that we can still look a little bit into this district.
It's locked, alright.
So let's do that, because I just also learned when I looked at this that Dawson only has 2 clues. So who knows? I might not be too far off of the next one. I'm noticing that this door is a little bit irregular, but it's unfortunately still not one that I can open. Was hoping. Unfortunately, my hope was not founded. Based on fact. Hey. I can hear stone shift around me. I feel uncomfortable in this place already. Who in the heck would stay in this place? It looks a little bit like the crypt in the general graveyard.
But they are never easy to read.
If you say so. Oh! The crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. This is a fact and I won't deny it. And that's precisely why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. Do you remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus, conducted by one of us in 1548 when he finally encountered the creature in Spain? Do you remember how each of the very carefully chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our heart each time we read them? For they were all extraordinary windows to a past of which we only have glimpses. Well, Titus Flavius Josephus is no more, since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago. And with him vanished unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime probably as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. This is exactly why the path of the god of Prewen is criminal as it is barren, for each time they successfully conduct one of their methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots with the immortals. They wipe an opportunity. The concept of great hunt is a crime, for it blindly kills words and thoughts. Yeah, this is clearly about the Brotherhoods of the St. Paul. Interesting that you have this, sir.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Awesome. So he is actually noticing my playthrough. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
This guy
Tell me
scares
about
me with knowledge.
What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. you? I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Wait, you're a vampire?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
I always have trouble when NPCs ask something like that of me. But I'm almost tempted to follow his order. If he sees in the cards what he's seen, what he's already told just by reading cards, I don't know what's in there that I really have to know.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Perhaps later.
There is something like that also in Vampire the Masquerade, and although everything she tells you is the truth, you cannot make up anything of it about it. You know what?
Can you read the cards for
Let's do it.
The money on the table.
Here is the money.
The snake. A bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
One more time.
Here is the money.
Death. A broken mind trapped in a deceptive body. One who sees her has witnessed the walking dead. Blood. Fear.
I'm starting to think that actually this guy may be a way for you to unlock secrets of people that you didn't know yet. I don't know. I've had enough, but it's interesting. Absolutely. But I've done enough money. I spilled just 300 shilling into this dude, and I still want to get possibly more rivets and stuff. So
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
I like this a lot. I like this a whole lot. So my type of playthrough actually gained us this. There's a good chance that if you've gone all bloody, he would give you something else, but it's really interesting.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
No. That's convinced in the wrong way, I think.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I see.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
I see. Which we already more or less learned. So, the most important question I think I can ask this man.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
And now we have at least all the hints about Aloysius Dawson, allowing us to make the best decision when it comes to that.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. And the Empress, again.
Thank you.
What are the cards trying to...
So let me just look here for a moment. 699. Okay, I still have some money to throw at this guy if I want to. But what is that sound? This. See, it's a stone that can move. So what does it do? Is there... Is there a secret... Is there a way I must walk in order to open them all? Oh, no, this one is also movable. Or is this just environmental effect? I'm getting so mixed up by these stones. Okay, I'm just gonna go out of here. But yeah, we now got, for Aloysius Dawson, all the hints. That is the first time I've managed to do that for one of the Pillars of Community. So I think this is now okay to perhaps go after him. Even if we have still a few people to actually meet in this district. Like, for instance, Carol. I clicked you to... Hello! Twins, I'm gonna say.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
He thinks his brother is the older one? How don't you know? Even if you are twins, somebody must have said it to you.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Not in a disagreement there, actually.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
I tend to make my own.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I would appreciate some sunshine right now, but otherwise I'm fine. Thank you.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
No, we already did those, right? Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Let's go to the brother. Forward, not backward.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
He and his brother have peculiar names. I know Pericles is a Greek hero, and Aloysius, I'm not even sure, but the Eus in the back makes me think Latin. But then again, most of the Greek names also have been Latinified, if you will. And I don't mean Latina as in from South America, but in Latin. Latin-fied I don't think, however, is a word, so bear with me. But yeah, not common names, I think, among the English people. Then perhaps, on the other hand, I am not English, so perhaps I could be entirely wrong, and those are totally common names over there. I actually have a good lady friend who recently got a son, and she named her son Hugo Aloysius. I had to get used to that for a moment.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
What?
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
Yes I do.
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us.
It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
I see.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
And what would that be? By the way, sorry if I'm sounding a little bit distracted, but there is a very cute cat looking at me with very big eyes, wondering why he is not getting a little bit of extra food. And his lady friend is just currently washing herself, but every time he makes a move, she just makes this short peek over just to make sure I didn't move a little bit more than was needed. Darling, don't scratch yourself too much there. You already got a little wound there. Yep, there she comes. As soon as I name her, she is down. Alright, sorry, and now I was truly distracted. My mistake.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Yeah, it's right. I have the feeling I'm going around in circles.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
Oh shoot, not Aloysius, that was another character. Agamemnon, yeah, but which is also Greek hero, by the way, so they're both named after Greek heroes. Why the heck did I say Aloysius? I know for certain we met an Aloysius in this game, but the whole game in itself, I wanted to say, has sometimes unusual names, except for the female name seems a little bit less exotic, if you will. But that's weird, because now indeed I get this feeling.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What? No, man. Sometimes you. Okay, I would. These two would give me a headache if they were my true life friends. Pick a path, choose a direction. You're sitting here forever, doing nothing, surrounded by disease, only giving yourself more chance to get infected. What the hell are you doing?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Whoa, what happened with the graphic there for a moment? Also, he looks so droopy. But there's nothing wrong with this. It makes his character wrong, whatever you are. I have to ask this
Who
one
are
as
you
well.
waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Wait, but your brother said he doesn't even know where he's waiting for. The two of you are weird.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Aloysius Dawson, there's the Aloysius. That's what I'm confusing with. Why am I saying another character in this game? Why am I so messed up right now?
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
No, I just need something that's not this.
These
Mr. Baker.
two confuse the heck out of me. They don't know what to hear. The one says, we're not sure for what we're waiting. He says there's an acquaintance of my brother. What the hell are you two doing? I get so confused. Why don't I have an extra hint like your story doesn't match up? Why am I so aggravated by this? These brothers are... What?
Who?
The more I
But what else?
I don't know.
He just said it was your acquaintance. That makes no bloody effing
Goodbye.
sense. Your stories doesn't match up. Like, what in the world? I just need to find these two and her. Just... The hell, man. These guys are so Oh! Are you... Oh, it's you probably not here then. I thought I heard... So, oh, here you are, Rosa. I was looking for you.
I am glad.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
I really wish they had a few more animations, personally. She does give me a little bit more that she's younger feeling with the voice and a little bit the way they put her voice, but her face, but her lips give me a little bit like... She looks so sad. And then with the overbite, it makes her look somewhat awkward. Like if the model wasn't very smoothly made. Like here's an unusual high bump. That's what's causing the issue. With also the high cheekbones. Perhaps it's just intentional? I assume it's intentional. I mean, it might be intentional as a full-fledged game, Peter Plan. It might be an accident thing, you know. Duh. Whatever. Sorry, I don't know. These two... The episode started absolutely normal, but after those two brothers, my mind has gone bop.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
I notice exactly that. She has a small stutter. Not overly so, but a small one, making her sound like an introvert, who might be indeed clumsy, in a sense like, oh, I'm not sure, I'm a bit nervous, and I think her voice acting is pretty spot on in that regard. Still think the voice is a little bit for an older woman than she should be in this game, because I have the feeling they're trying to portray her as a teenager, or like she's a full-grown woman now, but we're talking about 1918, so between the 16, 18, 20 range or so. It gives me a little bit of an older feeling, but still interesting.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this Camellia may be.
That is the poet and that is the silent florist.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Yeah, now with that face she indeed looks positively scared. I see the attempt, but I have the feeling it's not entirely working for me. Why am I such a critic as the last two episodes?
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
By the by, do let me know in the comments if you actually liked it with me going a bit loopy like this, or having this much comments about the game or models, because I actually don't know, because I don't know why, but you are much like these vampires, silent watchers. Many of you don't react to these videos. By all means, I love any comment you leave, as simple as it may be, like I like this, or I don't like this, or hey, I don't think. That's cool. Or just hi. I mean, hi. Do you know how much you can brighten the people with a smile? Perhaps you can brighten her day. Look, her eyes are already going a little bit more open.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Ah! Sorry. As some of you may know, I'm rather extrovert, and I've had some, I've dated some introvert girls, and sometimes they don't see their own beauty, and in a sense it attracts me, and in a sense it's like, oh, please, come on. I mean, not at first time. I mean, everybody has to warm up to certain ideas that perhaps in the eyes of another they might be better than they might think of themselves, but oh, I have this feeling that this girl has been brought up very protective and has a very low self-esteem, which that always hurts me, because then you're your own worst enemy, even
Have you
more
ever
than
met
we
the
already
famous
are
OC's
normally.
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
I see. Yeah, but he wants a different type of books what you have.
Do
I
you
think.
need my medical attention?
No, I'm all right, Mr. Reed. Well, I think I am.
Goodbye, Carol.
Alright. So that means that indeed everybody here around here is healthy. Her I couldn't help yet because she has to return first, and then we just have these two that we need to find in one way or another. I'm starting to think I might want to try and do that before we go to Lucius Dawson. Simply based on the fact that, well, it's probably going to take the rest of the episode anyways. So hello. Oh wait, this is how I entered the place. I thought they had a basement. I apologize. Yeah, these are the temple sewers. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm a simple idiot. From the back streets all around. I wanted to say something else than idiot, something than the word before idiot, because I fit it more into the rhyme scheme, and then I thought like I really shouldn't use that word just for a song, because it was a bad word. So I didn't, and then the whole rhyme scheme went wrong, and then I couldn't sing anymore in tune with that particular song. So the whole joke went sideways. You two confused me so much. I'm blaming it all on you two. Your story don't add up. And you're just weird, man. Just weird. Where would the other couple have a house in this area, perhaps? Because we only scooted by this area, fighting these guys. No, we can't open that door either. Why are you saving? I just saw that the game saved. I'm like, why are you saving right now? I can't enter this area. But I see there's an area over here. Is this? And there's also an area over here, but that might just be white space. I don't know. Because there's also white space over here. That's what I name for areas that just left out because no need for the model work of it. Still need to meet two people, but you know what? I hope this doesn't make the episode too long. But let's see what we can do. I don't want to embrace Aloysius Dawson. Aloysius. I am not on board. Absolutely not.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Nope, I'm gonna follow Elizabeth's advice and not do that. That is a guarantee. And the quest itself also, I think, says it. Like, where was the quest? Follow Lord Redgrave's order or Elizabeth's advice. Yeah, well, that's gonna be Elizabeth's advice. I'm not making this man my progeny. No way, no how. Also, where is my maker? The guy made out of total red blood? Kinda haven't seen him around for a long time. Do I need to go in here or do you need to go upstairs? Both could lead to the man. Hello. Newspaper article. Execution of John Francis Sparrow has been hung. Captain Sparrow has been hung this morning in the prison of Pentoville. Mr. Sparrow was sentenced to death after being found guilty of the murder of his sister Alexandra Sparrow. Until the end, the man claimed he was innocent. No formal proof of his presence at the crime scene was ever brought to court, but he has been sentenced to death and executed anyway. Scotland Yard refuses to reopen the case, despite the many holes in the chains of events, which ended with the death of Miss Sparrow. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry for Scotland Yard, refused to answer in the inquiry with a strange reward.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
That is... I should read the whole article. We would like to... I'm trying to press to the next page by pressing O or 8. It's not working. I can't read the paper. Oh, luckily it's from old... Phew! But still. Why can I not read that paper? But, yeah. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry for Scotland Yard, refused to answer any of our questions, but 3 weeks ago he was demoted without any official explanation. What a strange way to reward an efficient inquiry. Yeah. Something fishy about that. Something very fishy about that. You know what? Elysius Dawson is for the next episode, because that's going to be such a major factor and we only have just a few more minutes. Let's just bring this evidence, as you will, to Albright, see what he has to say, and leave it at that. Perhaps I will be even able to find off-camera the missing 2 people in this district that I haven't been able to talk to yet. But yeah, Elysius Dawson, I'm going to refuse Lord Redgrave's order. I heard a voice. Maybe it's all in my head? For a house that's been abandoned, there's a lot of goods in front of it. So, Mr. Albright, I found a clue out about you and I want to talk to you about it.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
I agree and I don't agree. I do not agree with the death penalty. I also... Where I don't agree is that I would like to add something. If you don't believe in God, that's up to you. I mean, faith wouldn't be faith if you had fact. If you had fact, it would be a science. So no, I cannot give you any guarantee if God exists or doesn't exist. So it is not a question of you have to give me evidence or not, as some people like to say. Or he exists because it feels right. That last thing might actually be more right because it is exactly that. It's a feeling, something you feel or you don't feel. And you can't disrespect each other on that. So if you have that point not there, so should you then be for the death penalty? No. Because that is killing a beast by creating a beast. Take that as your lesson for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. And the next episode, we're gonna talk to Dawson. Aloysius Dawson. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great